Hey folks, what's up? Right now I want to talk about a budget computer build. This is a gaming PC build working on a £400 budget. It kind of differs from person to person depending on specific preferences, but this is going to be the build that I did. Now this £400 price includes the operating system but isn't including the power supply. Very strange. Over here you can see my stack of computer parts for my own build. I had an extra 650 watt 80 plus bronze power supply, so I used that for the build in question, but it was £400 apart from, yeah, you know what I'm saying. It was £400 apart from the power supply, and that is including Windows 7 Home Premium 64-bit. I'm going to run through the components we used and any problems and stuff that arise with each component and so on. For the graphics card, we used the Gigabyte HD 7770 Overclocked Edition GDDR5 graphics, purchased from overclockers.co.uk for I can't remember because it has VAT and stuff, and it's not showing the VAT on this this purchase list thing. It's not adding the VAT on. Add the VAT! Add the VAT! It just adds the VAT like in total, not per part, but it was essentially £100, okay? And it came with a free copy of, or a free downloadable code, I guess, for Far Cry 3. For hard drive, we got 1TB, 7200 RPM Seagate Barracuda. Pretty standard. It's going to be his boot drive. The budget, we couldn't stretch the budget to have an SSD as a boot drive, sadly, but maybe in a future build. That one. Gonna have an SSD, brother. Processor was an AMD Phenom 2 X4955. The reason we didn't go for the 965 is, like I said, I was working on a very tight £400 budget. I couldn't go over the £400 budget, and there was a 12-point difference in these two processors, and really every penny counts. Oh, the silver. Is that even the silver one? I don't even know. Yeah, it is. Every penny counts in that particular build where I was working on a very tight budget. For the motherboard, we used the Gigabyte 78 LMT, the AM3 Plus motherboard. Again, the full model for that motherboard is the Gigabyte 78 LMT USB 3 AMD 760G socket AM3 Plus motherboard. It's not a micro ATX motherboard, it's just a good old motherboard. For the memory, we've put in 8 gigs of GEIL, I suppose, Black Dragon RAM at 1333 megahertz, dual channel stuff. It's pretty nice. It actually has two like little red lights on that light up when the thing's blurred. For the case, we used the Overclockers UK Flamingo FM12A MIDI tower case. Now, here's Problemville. The way that the hard drive, the 3.5 inch hard drive, actually sits inside of this case, it only allows you to mount it from one side with one screw. It isn't super secure, but it's secure enough. Okay. And another thing, the back panel of the case doesn't feel like the most secure thing ever. It provides a lot of problems. Well, it did for me anyway. Just the I/O shield continuously popping out until we actually had the motherboard in place that held it there. Again, Overclockers UK, 22 times DVD-RW, SATA rewriter, blah blah, you know, basic DVD drive. No one needs an expensive DVD drive, except for that over there because it's got Blu-ray. Boom. And we ordered a TP-Link 150 megabytes per second wireless PCI adapter because the place where the computer is going to be doesn't have access to wired internet connection stuff. Boom. And again, there's a dilemma that came with that. If you look up the motherboard, you'll see the PCIe X16 slot and then the X1 slot. The X1 slot is where this card's gotta go. The graphics card I chose is that fucking fat. It overhangs essentially the equivalent of 3 expansion ports, and overhangs the PCI 1 slot. So I had to take that out and order a USB one, but to say you can get a USB one for the same price as a PCI card one, so it doesn't really matter. It was just personal preference. I thought it would be handier to have the one inside of the inside the actual computer itself, but it's not how it worked out. For the power supply, we actually used like I said, I have one extra over there, an XFX Pro Core Edition 650 watt 80 plus bronze certified single rail technology power supply. Awesome power supply. That XFX Core Editions and the XFX Triple X Editions are what I recommend to everybody. My power supply over there right now is an XFX Triple X Edition, which is a semi-modular design, 750 watt plus silver, 80 plus silver. But yeah, so again, working on hang on, I'm gonna sit like this. So if you're working on a strict budget, £400 for a gaming PC, this is the build I would recommend. Now for an extra maybe £50 altogether, you could go for a second generation i3 base build. But like I said, the budget for this was non-negotiable, and that price includes an operating system. Now this price, again, if you're getting a professional to build the computer for you, it'll cost more than this. The reason it cost what it did, I was building it for my brother and I wasn't charging him for it because I'm nice and stuff. So yeah, that's also including from eBay Windows 7 Home Premium 64-bit. So just, I guess, the final time, a rundown of all the parts used in a £400 budget gaming rig. Gigabyte HD 777 overclocked, Seagate Barracuda 1TB, AMD Phenom 2 X4955, Gigabyte 78 LMT USB 3 AMD 760G socket AM3 Plus motherboard, GL Black Dragon 8GB DDR3 RAM running at 1333 MHz. Overclockers UK Flamingo FM 12A mini tower case, Overclockers UK 22x DVD rewriter, blah blah blah, TP-Link 150 megabits per second, wireless PCI Express adapter, and Windows fucking 7. Now, if you're working on the same budget I was working on, this is what I recommend to you. Swap out that Overclockers UK FM 12A mini tower case. Swap it out. First of all, I do recommend purchasing from Overclockers, okay? Switch it out, go on to overclockers.co.uk, go to the cases, scroll down the bottom to where it says Overclockers UK value. In there you will find both of the cases that I'm going to recommend, depending on how much you can stretch your budget. Okay? For $29.99 they have the Overclockers UK Imp Micro ATX case. So again, if you're using the Micro ATX case, you're going to have to switch to a Micro ATX motherboard. But it's no problem, you can get a Micro ATX motherboard for around £3 cheaper than that motherboard, so you're technically still saving money, okay? Like I said, $29.99 Overclockers UK Imp Micro ATX tower. It comes with a 500 watt power supply, or you can get the Overclockers UK Galaxy 3 tower case. The Galaxy 3 tower case is a beautiful case, it's got clear panels and LEDs all over the fucking place, and again, that comes with a 500 watt power supply. So, yeah. I think that just about wraps up this this tech time video. Now, I may very well start getting into doing more webcam things like this, just because it's, where's the camera? It's a lot easier than getting the tripod out and setting this up and framing and editing and you know, I can just turn the camera on, speak my shit, turn the camera off, and upload it. So that is that, really. Just to finish off, my computer over there, the motherboard will be getting ordered this week, and then it's getting built. And I will set this up for that because man, it needs filmed. I'm also building another computer now for my brother's friend. I placed the order for his parts no less than 20 minutes ago, or no more than 20 minutes ago. Yeah, that's the one. Again, working on a £400 budget. Now this time it is without an operating system, and I suppose I'll just tell you the tweaks I made between, you know, this build and my brother's one. Hang on, just to put up the list of the parts. Load faster. Maybe I should tilt that down a bit. Here we go. Look at that, beautiful. Why do I have an email from Twitter? I don't use Twitter. Why have I got an auto-confirm email twice? This is scary. never mind. Okay. Sorry about that. This email confused me the way they laid it out. Again, it was a Seagate Barracuda 1TB. Same motherboard, same processor, but we got an Zigmatech Asgard case and a 1 second till I find it. An OCZ 550 watt, 80 plus power supply. Now it's not 80 plus bronze, it's just normal 80 plus, which is like 82% efficient, I believe. 80 plus bronze is like 85. Silver's like 87, gold's like 89, you know, and platinum gets you basically 90%. But yeah, there you go. There's geez, this video was way too long for what I actually wanted to talk about. You know, it should have been shortened to the point, but whatever. That is the configuration you can use yourself if you want to build a budget £400 gaming PC. See ya.